Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for some linen closet organization. This linen closet is a whole hot mess. It's a very small closet in that it's ridiculously narrow, but also the shelves are very deep. I feel like this is pretty common in a lot of homes, and these spaces can be really difficult to figure out how to organize. So I'm going to take you through that step by step today with how I completely transform this space and implement some more functional and sustainable organization. So I hope that you guys are excited for that. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, but we're just going to jump right into it. And the first thing that I like to do when organizing any space is to completely clear it out, get everything out of here so that I can see what I'm working with. While I'm clearing out this closet, I just wanted to take a second to introduce myself for anyone who may be new here and welcome you to my channel. My name is Megan and I am married to my husband Derek. Together we have 2 girls and 2 pups, and it is just a hot mess in our house all the time. I love to share a lot of cleaning motivation, decluttering, and of course organizing here on my channel. But for 2022, I made it my mission to declutter one out of control space in my home per month and share that here on YouTube to keep myself accountable, in the hopes that by the end of the year I will have a completely decluttered and organized home. I am just ready to get my life back in order. So if that sounds like something that you can relate to, then go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and introduce yourself in the comments. Now that I have everything cleared out and I'm looking at it all at one time, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Look at all of this crap that I had just shoved into my linen closet, closed the door, and forgot about it. But not anymore. I am going to sort through all of these things and get them all organized. So I kind of took some inventory and then went looking for some storage containers. I did already have this one from the Target dollar spot like a year ago. It's just a tin box with a wooden top, and then also this wire rack tiered tray from the Target dollar spot last spring. But I knew that this was not going to be enough to organize all this mess, so I went back to the store. I found these new stacking storage bins in the Target dollar spot this year, and I thought that they would be perfect for the bottom of the closet because there is such a large gap between the last shelf and the floor, and I love that they stacked. I also found some of these white wire bins in various sizes, actually in the kids section. I think that they're supposed to be for toy organization, but there's no rule that says that I can't use them here. So I got them in a small size and also the medium size. There's a much larger version, but I knew that that would not fit into my space, so I didn't even try to pick those up. And then I found these bright room organization bins in the organization aisle at Target, and I got 2 of them thinking they would stack on top of each other, but that was a fail because they're not meant to do that. But anyway, here's an overview of all of the organization that I picked up for this project, and now I'm just going to work on sorting everything that I had pulled out here into categories, and this will make it so much easier for me while I am decluttering. Once I had separated everything into categories, I had a heaping pile of cleaning products that I didn't even know were in there, some miscellaneous items, a pile of our towels and linens, and then also all of our toilet tissue and paper products, and a whole heaping pile of personal care items. So having things sectioned off this way was going to make it a lot easier for me to start decluttering. That is always the first step that I take in any kind of organization project, is I try to sort through all of the items that I'm storing and figure out what is worth keeping in my home and continuing to organize and store, and what I can do to part with. Now, typically, I am very inspired by the KonMari method, where you would touch every single item and assess the amount of joy that it brings to your home. But to be honest, none of this stuff is necessarily joyful for me. It's all just kind of necessary. So I am still touching every single item, but what I'm focused on more is how useful is it. And I guess that is something that would spark joy, is if it's being used. It just causes anxiety if it's not, and I'm just storing it for no reason. So I'm looking at the expiration dates of all of these personal care items, and anything that is expired or any trash I am putting in that small pile in front of me. Anything that is still good, that is a product that our family uses regularly, I am keeping and setting all of those things off to the left. And then everything that I feel like we can part with, I am moving off to the right-hand side. So once I had gone through all of the personal care, I'm going to take it category by category, go through all of our paper products, our linens, the cleaning products, until I have sorted through every single one of these smaller piles. Here is what I decided to part with, and everything that I decluttered will be donated either to Goodwill, to our local pet shelter, or our local women and children shelter. And then my small pile of expired and trash items, and then everything on the other side is what I decided to keep. And I was so proud of myself because my keep pile was substantially smaller than my donate pile, and I think that is the first time that that has ever happened, but it's going to make it so much easier to organize this space now. Once again, I am just going to be sectioning everything off into smaller categories and work on organizing those categories one at a time. This just makes everything so much more manageable and gives me some room and time to be able to play around with the organization and really decide what I think is going to be more functional and sustainable for this space long term.
Just close my eyes and think of you. When I'm sleeping with someone new, I can't help myself, I wonder if you still feel the way I feel when somebody calls you mine. Are you sleeping with someone new, someone new, someone?
I ended up using all of my new organization bins to hold all of our extra personal care items. They ended up being pretty much the exact perfect size to hold everything, and I loved that they kept it contained, but I could still see how much of everything I had left in case I needed to restock or anything like that. And then I also wanted to show you an overview of the empty linen closet so that you could get a clear picture of the space that I'm organizing. And while it's empty, I am going to take advantage of that and completely clean it out using my Method Daily Wood Cleaner and a microfiber cloth. I'm just going to wipe down each individual shelf and make sure I give it a really thorough cleaning. I do order this daily wood cleaner off of the Grove Collaborative website, and there's always a link down in the description in case you are wanting to place an order with Grove. If you use that link, you can receive a free gift set with your first purchase. These new stacking storage bins in the Target dollar spot worked out perfectly to hold all of my extra cleaning supplies, and they did stack too high in the bottom of my closet, just like I thought that they would. For the first time in my entire life, I decided to replace all of our towels, hand towels, and washcloths all at the same time. I found these beautiful textured white ones from the Threshold brand at Target, and they were really affordable, so I'll leave a link in the description box in case you're wanting to check them out. But I love that I decided to do this. It significantly cut down on the visual clutter in the linen closet, not having all of those mismatched and colorful towels and washcloths, but I really underestimated how much of a treat this was going to be for my entire family. My daughters and my husband have all commented on how much they love the new towels and washcloths, and they have just been so thankful for it. So I think I might try to do this every year or every other year. I know that there are some people who do this periodically. I'd love to know, do you replace your towels and cleaning cloths and things like that on a schedule, or are you like I have been up until now, where you just kind of randomly collect all of these mismatched items throughout the entirety of your adult life? Once I had everything organized into the closet, I just wanted to take a second to clean up all of this trash, get it bagged up really quickly. You can see that massive pile of donations behind me. But now I want to show you the before shots one more time, just to remind you what a hot mess this space was before, and also because it makes it all the more satisfying when I show you how everything turned out. I love the way that this linen closet turned out. I think this is probably my favorite organization project I have ever tackled. It's definitely the most Pinterest worthy, which was not at all the goal, but I really am loving it. But what I love most is that it's so functional. It's been about a month now since I filmed this video, and it is still functioning perfectly for my family, which means that it will be sustainable, and I'm just so proud of that, because that's really always the goal, trying to find some functional and sustainable organization systems in our spaces that make our lives so much easier, and I definitely did that here in this one today, which is something that I've been desperately needing in this linen closet since we moved in, to be honest. So I'm glad I finally invested, made it a priority, and got it figured out. I will show you an organization tour at the end of this video just so you can see where my head was at and how I made those decisions, but first I wanted to show you an overview of all of our decluttered donation items, and then also our small little bag of trash and all of the organization baskets and bins that I ended up not using that I will then be able to use for future projects. So make sure you are subscribed and you've got your notification bell turned on so that you don't miss any of those future decluttering and organizing videos. Okay, so I just want to share a quick organization tour with you because I love the way that this space turned out, and I feel really good about it. Like, it's going to be sustainable and functional for me for a long time to come. So anyway, down here at the bottom, these Target dollar spot stacking organization bins worked out so well. I put all of my extra cleaning products in here, and I was able to stack 2, and honestly there's enough space that I could put 2 more stacked in front of it, so I love that there's room to grow here. I put all of our toilet paper and baby wipes here. I just used one of these bins for the baby wipes, and that worked out perfectly to hold 10 packages of baby wipes, so that was perfect. And then again, there's still room in the back and on the sides for me to store more toilet paper if I need to, or even some paper towels in the back if I decide to do that. Up on this shelf, I put all of our new linens, and they just look so nice. I'm really happy that I decided to do this. I wanted to reduce the visual clutter, and that's why I got new linens, and I love the way that it looks. But anyway, I have 6 new towels, 6 new hand towels, and 6 new washcloths, and all of those hand towels and washcloths fit perfectly into this one bin here. All of the towels stacked nicely beside it. There is still a little bit of room behind the towels if I had like another one or anything that I needed to put back there. And then I did add a little bin back here with Kinsley's hair wraps and hair towels. Those ones are multicolored, so I just moved them to the back. And then up here, I have all of our like extra personal care items. So here are the girls' Lush bath bombs and bubble bars, and then all of our Bath & Body Works wallflower plugins. I did have those in the smaller size stacking bins, but I decided I didn't like the way that they looked stacked when nothing else was stacked. And these little tiered trays from the Target Dollar Spot ended up working perfectly for what I was needing them, and it's going to be a lot easier to reach into them this way. So I just liked it a lot better. And then over here I have like extra Q-tips, cotton rounds, things like that. Behind it is all of our sunscreen and sun care, and then all of our stockpile of extra body wash and shampoos are in the back. I moved those things to the back because we reach for them less often, so that is just my thought process. And then up here are all of the towels that I kept in case there's like spills or anything that needs to be cleaned up, so that we're not using our brand new bath linens. But I really do just love the way that this turned out. I am so happy with it. I think this is my favorite closet organization I've ever done. I also have plenty of organization bins left over for some upcoming projects, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss those, and a ton of donations that I need to go ahead and take to Goodwill and the pet shelter. So I'm going to do that now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.